guys, welcome back to another interview here on Toned In Entertainment. Today, we are at Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum for the April Thunder event, and I'm joined by none other than Damian Fenrir.
Hey man, thank you for having me.
How's it going, man? You've been pretty busy this year.
It's been a great year, man. You know, I've been working hard in the gym, in the ring, you know, trying to get better, refine my skills every single day, you know. Grind don't stop, hustle don't quit. Shine like no other. I can't curse, but I'll be on some other, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it is YouTube, and it is your platform, but if you choose not to, it's okay.
Yeah, of course.
If you want to, go for it.
You don't need to curse.
You don't need to curse, so we'll keep the language PG here, right?
Keep it PG for now, yeah.
Right? Now, speaking of the gym, Damian, I follow you on Instagram. Man, you are in the gym, I think, unlike anybody I've ever seen.
Hey man, I'm just trying to work my, you know, the way I take professional wrestling is I take it as a professional sport, which that's what it is. I feel sometimes people like to just come into the ring, put in the work, but what happens when you're outside of the ring? You need to keep working. In order to get more explosive, get faster, stronger, you need to put in the work in the gym. And it's not just about lifting weights. You got to do box jumps. You got to be explosive. You got to be flexible. If you want longevity out of this career, you need to be able to perform in different, you know, you have different type of things to select from, whether it be strength, speed, flexibility, mobility, anything. So the gym's as important as being in the ring.
Right. Now, I have seen you lately. I mean, when I first started following you, it was all about the weights.
Yeah.
But now I am seeing a lot of that box jumps, agility. Has that helped you a lot in the ring now?
Oh, absolutely. So I honestly, I used to just post a lot of working out stuff just because, you know, I was very into the, you know, the bodybuilding scene and all that stuff. But I actually played high school basketball and I played high school baseball. So doing athletic work has always been a part of what I like to do, just because it makes you stand out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to be muscular, it's cool to be fit. But when the show starts and you got to pull out the gun, like, you wanted it to be loaded, and you want to make sure it's a bullseye. You don't want to like just pull out the gun, oh well, you know, no, you got to make sure everything's on point, and that's why I put in the work 24/7, man.
Now you are doing it, my friend, because there is a difference. You just can't be that jack guy in the ring. You gotta bring the skills, or people are gonna notice that.
You look at Gangrel, like, the guy is in the gym, banging and banging, clanging them weights, but he's also doing cardio. He does cardio more than anyone I know. That's why he is in terrific shape, and that's why he is on top of his game, and that's why I'm so blessed to be able to train with someone at that high level that can still keep going, and to be honest, keep up with us youngins, because he's amazing. I don't know how he does it, but it's amazing. It's spectacular.
Right, much respect to Gangrel. I mean, yesterday, obviously I'm following him on Facebook. He was at a convention, I think in Texas yesterday. Yeah. Flew in this morning, and he just doesn't have a match today, but he's going to take on the man I'm talking to now.
Right here. So, you know, that's a big milestone for me, a huge stepping stone. If I am actually able to defeat him, I'm not gonna lie, as arrogant, as confident as I am, that is Gangrel I'm going into the ring with. It's not just anyone else. Gangrel has been doing this for over 30 years. He's gone to Japan, Europe, South America, WWF, you name it, he's been there. You know, that's a different type of athlete, and that's the type of level I'm trying to get. I'm trying to become a hybrid. I'm trying to pick up from this match. Whether I win or lose, I will become better after this match. It's like, you watch Dragon Ball Z?
I've seen some Dragon Ball Z.
Like in anime, there's like a thing called like a Zenkai boost. So it's basically, even if you lose, you become stronger. You become stronger after that. And I feel like my match with Gangrel, whether I win or lose, I'm gonna win. But whether I win or lose, I'm going to come out a better man, a better person, and a better wrestler.
Now, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, are you into like the games, the cards?
Oh man, I love anime just because it's very close to wrestling. Because if you see wrestling, let's be honest, in a real life fight, you're really not going to go and drop kick someone. Like, that's gonna hurt your knees.
Right.
But in here, you're able to do stuff that blows people's minds and expectations and gives them that sense of like, whoa, like fantasy and reality. So anime, it does like the similar stuff, but obviously it's animated. You could draw whatever you want, but wrestling is the closest thing that we have to anime, to Mortal Kombat movies, to Street Fighter, everything. That's the closest thing. That's why I love professional wrestling, man. Yeah. So it's a thrill.
Now, I don't usually write questions down when I do my interviews, but I have one question in the back of my head that I make sure I don't want to forget. Is I was going through your Instagram, you know, the other day, and I saw you had a post with Kenny Omega from, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. And you
Whoa,
met with
man.
him and you said, you know, hey, I'm training to be a professional wrestler. I'm going to be a professional wrestler. And he was kind of like, yeah, good luck, kid.
Yeah, man. He, you know, that's my dream match. Like, there's a lot of dream matches that unfortunately, by the time the opportunity probably rises, John Cena is the person who got me to want to become a wrestler. But let's be honest, he's a part-time now. He's not going to be there by the time I make it up there. But Kenny Omega definitely will, and that's my dream match. You know, I study Kenny, a lot of his moves. I take him and I try to switch him, make it my own style, just because I'm a fan. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm a performer, but I'm a fan. And he's the best wrestler in the world, and that's my dream match. Damian Fenrir versus Kenny Omega will happen one day. You will look back a few years, back to this interview, back to my Instagram post, and it's gonna happen.
So let's date this April 2021, and we're talking about that dream match.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
And I don't see why it can't happen because you have wrestled on 2 episodes of AEW Dark so far, which is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, man, it was amazing, man. And just the people there, the quality of the people, everyone there wants to see everyone succeed. Like it's an amazing environment. Like, you know, I'm sure you've heard it 1,000 times. Great catering, great people, just everyone was great. I wrestled Ricky Starks, the guy, cool as hell, man. Yeah. And I'm a mark for him. Crazy as hell. Follow me on Instagram and everything, bro. I wrestled the Acclaimed. I'm really good friends now with Anthony Bowens. We write to each other on Instagram on a daily basis. You know, so that's what I do love about wrestling, is that you create friendships with people just because you step in the ring. Because at the end of the day, you're putting your life in someone else's hands. That's a big thing to do. So I feel like you come out of there some type of way, you built a bond with that person, you know?
No, I'm a huge mark for Ricky Starks too, and
good,
I was really genuinely excited when I got to see you two face off because, you know, I've been telling people a lot, you know, that I took a break from professional wrestling for a couple years, and I'm going to give you a lot of props right now too, because the first show I came back to was a show at the casino. You were wrestling in that show, and I tell a lot of people, Scott Steiner was on that card that made me come back to watch it. But it was guys like you that really won me over, and since then, I mean, you see me here all the time.
Oh man, I really do appreciate it.
I love
Thanks,
it, man.
Thanks, man. You know, it's crazy, bro. You know, I've dreamt about doing this since I was 9 years old. You know, I just turned 26. This has been a lifelong dream. You know, rest in peace, Rusty Brooks. You know, that's originally when I graduated high school. I was immediately gonna go to Rusty Brooks School of Hard Knocks, and school was closed, but I still got the privilege to train here under the tutelage of Gangrel and also Rusty Brooks, and I learned a lot from both of them, man. And it's a dream, man. This is the dream. Like, you're gonna hear it countless times. There's no drug that will get you higher than wrestling. It's a feeling of excitement. You're nervous, you're excited, you're impatient, but once the music hits, you go blank and you become a completely new entity. You become a different person. You become the person that, you know, you are. And you step into those ropes. And then once you get back there, the adrenaline rush, man, it keeps you up to like 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Speaking of being a different person, now I've talked to you. We've come here a couple times and did interviews for the, you know, the Feeding South Florida and the epilepsy awareness. And we're talking now, and you are like the nicest guy in the whole entire world. But when you step in that ring, my friend, you can make people really dislike you. What is that switch that you turn on that makes people really want to boo you?
Man, it's just, you know, I like to do cool stuff, and you know, we're taking it back as fans. You know, I like being a heel.
Okay.
Me personally, I love being a heel. I feel just because it's the polar opposite of what I am in real life. So it's like I get to do stuff that I would normally never do in real life just because I don't think I should, but over here I get away with it, and people hate it but they love it at the same time. So it's a fun experience. You know, it's kind of like I'm trying to be like you know those guys in the mafia movie, like, you know, you hate me but you know I'm good, but you hate me.
Right.
So that's kind of the vibe I go for in my matches.
Well, you're definitely succeeding.
I'm trying, man. I really do appreciate it.
Because I do have a fun time booing you when you're in the ring. I wouldn't boo you in real life, but
I'm probably gonna get booed tonight because we got like, it's Gangrel. The pace is gonna go bananas for him, and they're gonna hate me. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's gonna be a great match, and it's gonna be a fun time.
Now, speaking of real life, when you're not wrestling, when you're not in the gym, which I think is 23 hours out of 24 hours out of your day, what do you like to do in that little bit of free time that you do have?
So I have a daughter. I love to spend time with my daughter. You know, she's a year and 5 months. You know, it's like been the biggest blessing in my life, you know, having a baby, and it's actually motivated me. You know, a lot of people usually they would see maybe me having a baby right now in this stage of my career that I would probably put the brakes, but no, I've been pushing forward because that's my motivation. You know, I want to leave a legacy. I want to take care of my family through professional wrestling. You know, I do have a college degree in nursing, but this is what I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
Since I was 9 years old. You know, I'll never forget it. It's one of those things when you turn on the TV, you see it, it sticks. John Cena versus The Big Show, tribute to the Troop Show, 2003. Ever since then, I've been hooked watching Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, when it used to be on UPN 33 on Thursdays, man. So, yeah, man, honestly, just hanging out with my family, my daughter, and obviously watching wrestling.
Yeah?
Like when you're not in here or at the gym, I'm watching wrestling.
Okay.
I drive my family crazy because that's kind of all I watch.
Yeah.
That and some anime, but mostly wrestling.
So, family man, anime, gym, and wrestling. Those are your four things.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what is a normal diet for you? Because obviously, dude, I mean, you're in immaculate shape.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
What are you eating to stay in that kind of shape?
So what I like to do intermediate fasting, which really helps me out, and I enjoy it very much for my workouts because the mental focus, it's ridiculous just because you have nothing in your body. So once you have that caffeine in you, it hits you like a grenade. I don't know how to explain it. But I do a lot of intermediate fasting. I like to eat a lot of like ground turkey, sweet potato. I'll have jasmine rice. You always got to have some type of greens in there just because, you know, you don't want to just look the part. You want to be healthy inside to be able to have good health to keep going in here and in life in general. So I just try to have clean cut meats, you know, broccoli, favorite vegetable is broccoli, spinach, sweet potato, jasmine rice, oatmeal. I'm not a big fan of supplements. I do take supplements when it's convenient for me, but for most part, not really.
Right, okay. It's good to stay out. Uh-oh, we're getting a little Gangrel in the background there. I think he's trying to give out the warning sign for tonight.
Okay.
Now, what would you say to people, you know, that aren't coming to their local shows like Gangrel's Wrestle Asylum? What are they missing out on?
Man, they're missing out on seeing future stars. You know, we have some of the most talented guys here. We have Lakai, Steve Beck, Trevor Reed, Ozzy Killmeister. You know, we got Ruthie J, we got Kylan King. We got a whole bunch of talent that one day is going to be on your screen and you're going to be like, where have they been? They've been here, putting in the work on the Asylum, making a name for them in the Asylum, and they will be worldwide soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, some of them, like yourself, Trevor, Kylan, have already been on AEW Dark. I mean, Kylan's a regular on AEW Dark almost every week. She's on there.
She's really good. She's very good. I've been lucky enough to learn a few things from her, pick up a few things from TC Reed as well.
Right.
So it's been great, man. It's been great.
That's awesome. Is there anything else we should know about Damian Fenrir before I let you go and get ready for your big match tonight?
You know, there's not much for me to say right now. I'm just here trying to prove myself, trying to make a name for myself. You know, I'm a big believer in Christ. That's another thing I don't really talk about because I'm a heel. But I do believe that you should have some type of faith in something, you know, to keep you motivated every day. And mine is Christ. So, you know, my favorite Bible verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I want to put that message out eventually. You know, like great athletes like Steph Curry have put over God. And like a lot of people sometimes frown upon it. But you know what? If it's what you believe in, and if you believe in yourself, everyone's going to believe in you. Because that's where it all starts. For someone to believe, you need to believe. So yeah, just believe in yourself. That's the best way to say it. You believe in yourself, you can do anything in life.
I like that.
Pretty much.
That's a great message.
It is, man.
Damian.
Not expecting it from Damian, but
hey, maybe from Willpower, but not Damian, right?
Damian, but yes, absolutely.
It's a great message. I mean, anybody that's just thinking about, you know, hey, can I do this? Just go out and give it a shot.
Absolutely. You don't lose nothing with trying just because you don't want to wake up one day 5 years from now saying, hey, I should have gave it a shot. I don't know where I could have been. You know, that was kind of one of those things too. For me, I wanted to start as soon as possible. Didn't get the chance to, but you know what? I started and I've been killing myself day in and day out to get better every single day.
26 years old, you know, the future is very bright for you, my friend.
Thank you so much. I do truly appreciate it. And thank you so much for having me, man.
Of course,
I've been looking forward to this, man. I was like, I hope one day.
Yeah,
I appreciate I watch your stuff, man.
Yeah.
Subscribe to your YouTube channel, brother.
I do appreciate it, man. We're busy, man. And, you know, I'm trying to get everybody when I can, and that's what we're doing. And
absolutely.
I was like, you were on the card. I'm like, I'm making it happen this time.
100.
Damian, where can people look you up at?
Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at invincible_Will. That's kind of all I use, honestly. I do have Facebook, but it's mostly for like family stuff or for like the GWA page that we have here. But for most part, on Instagram.
So follow Damian on Instagram. There
Yes,
you go.
sir.
Real simple, and look out for lots of great things coming from Damian Fenrir in the near future.
Baby. 100 for sure.
All right, guys, if you like interviews like this with Damian Fenrir, make sure you stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Let's go.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.